The big story here and all around the country, a man born and raised in Maryland now behind bars after a days-long manhunt for a suspect in the killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Luigi Mangione denied bond during arraignment this evening.
He was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania after being spotted by a customer. Right now, he's only facing weapons and forgery charges in Pennsylvania, but police say Mangione gave them a fake ID and a 3D printed gun and silencer. All of that found inside of his backpack. They also discovered writing suggesting that he had a grudge against corporate America. He will be extradited to New York, where he'll be charged in Thompson's killing.
The suspect is a graduate of the University of Pennsylvania who police say went to Philadelphia and Pittsburgh after the shooting, but he and his family have deep roots right here in Maryland.
Fox 5's Nana St. Ubuntu live tonight in Baltimore County with the latest. Nana?
Hey guys, good evening. We are here outside the Hayfields Country Club in Baltimore County. We know that it is owned by Luigi Mangione's family. Now we're told that at least one of his parents lives on the property that's currently blocked off by cones and security. Now we're told Luigi was raised in this community, and people who say they've known him since he was a child are lost for words.
You know, I'm just shocked.
Shocked to find out that Luigi Mangione, who grew up in his Cockeysville neighborhood, is now the person of interest in the deadly shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City last week. He was arrested by police almost 300 miles away from New York in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
It was discovered that he had a United States passport that identified him as Luigi Mangione.
I certainly haven't seen him in years, and so, I really can't speak to, what he's like today.
Chad Chilcott lives just steps away from a number of the Mangiones, a well-known family in the state of Maryland.
The Mangione family is they're a lovely family, and, they've been involved in the community, quite a bit and very well respected.
Fox 5 was in the neighborhood when we noticed some family members pulling into one of their houses near the golf course. We're with local news station Fox 5 DC.
Please go to the road.
Okay, no problem. Is there a statement or comment you'd like to give us? Thank you. 26-year-old Luigi Mangione went to Gilman School in the city of Baltimore, where he was valedictorian of his graduating class.
I was like, why does that look familiar?
Fox 5 spoke with one of his former classmates shortly after Mangione was arrested on Monday.
Still at this moment, it's just really surreal to me. And I've been in contact with a lot of people that, went to my school, were from the area, knew who he was, and they're all really devastated and shocked by this news as well.
Fox 5 is also learning that Luigi is related to Maryland State Delegate Nino Mangione.
Wonderful family, and I just, I'm sure it's got to be terrible to be in their position right now.
Now, guys, we did reach out to Delegate Mangione, and he just got back to Fox 5 DC with an official statement from his family saying, quote, "Our family is shocked and devastated by Luigi's arrest. We offer our prayers to the family of Brian Thompson, and we ask for people to pray for all involved." Now, and as for people in this neighborhood here, they tell me, they're still lost for words, and they're still trying to process what has hit this community.
Developing tonight, the latest on the drone mystery over our area. Local leaders and people demanding explanations on the sightings.
Our Shamari Stone spoke with a drone expert tonight.
Tonight, we still don't know where the drones are coming from, but an expert who has flown drones since 2012 says that she believes that the federal government knows much more than they're telling the public. The drone sightings continue to rise on the East Coast, including here in Maryland and Virginia. They were first spotted over New Jersey, where one lawmaker briefed on the issue by the Department of Homeland Security says the reported drones have been up to 6 feet in length. Fox 5 has received videos of what viewers believe are drones the size of cars flying over Maryland. And today in Virginia, the Stafford County Sheriff's Office reported new drone sightings. We're now going to hear from Louisa Winters, who has flown drones for over a decade at her company, Mid-Atlantic Drones. She is also a private pilot based out of Odenton, Maryland, and an FAA-certified advanced ground school instructor for aviation.
Have you ever seen anything like this in your years of flying drones?
I have never seen anything like this, so I'm as astounded as everybody else.
You believe that the federal government knows about these drones. What do you mean by that?
Well, I absolutely do believe that the technology to detect drone exists. That I know for a fact, and so do many other people. So they know that those drones are being flown. So I don't know who's flying them, and I don't know if they know who's flying them.
The White House saying there is no evidence that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat.
We have not been able to, and neither have state or local law enforcement authorities, corroborate any of the reported visual sightings.
The White House is also saying that the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI are investigating these drone sightings. Meanwhile, the Stafford County Sheriff's wants you to call the FBI if you see them.
News in Southeast D.C. Police activity in the Navy Yard causing concern this morning.
Stephanie Ramirez is there this morning trying to find out what's going on. What can you tell us, Steph?
Hey guys, yeah, I just confirmed with police that this barricade situation did end at around 7 o'clock, but they do have 4 suspects under arrest. I'm being told that they are all males. One of them may be a juvenile. Also told to expect significant police presence in the area here of Navy Yard as they continue to investigate, going through the apartment unit that's involved here. Now, we can tell you police are heavily focused on the Onyx on First. This is the apartment building here in the Navy Yard neighborhood. DC police telling us they got a call at around 1 in the morning today, Thursday morning, about a report of a burglary. The apartment building is at the 1100 block of First Street Southeast. The building, the unit, again, I'm told, is on the 6th floor. Now, police said that they had gotten a report of multiple armed suspects forced entry into the unit. A barricade was declared almost immediately and lasting over 5 hours, closing off First Street Southeast from M Street to K Street and half and M Street to Southeast. So it was a significant closure there from M to K on First. Our photographer Mike Ricker did capture a video of the closures over by Half and M Street Southeast, but it is all open again. The barricade ending at 7 o'clock. We are trying to confirm more of what types of weapons were found, total firearms found in the unit. Also not clear yet whether the people involved lived there at the unit or any of those involved lived at the unit. But again, we have 4 males under arrest this morning. We're told one of them may be a juvenile. We'll continue to bring you information as soon as we get more of it here on Fox 5.
D.C. judge ordered the man accused of assaulting Republican Congressman Nancy Mace released from jail, but with conditions. The judge said 33-year-old James McIntyre from Illinois must stay away from the Congresswoman, cannot possess a gun, and can only be in the district for court-related matters. Yesterday, Mace claimed a, quote, pro-trans man assaulted her at the Capitol. McIntyre was arrested and charged with assaulting a government official. Outrage is growing tonight over the treatment of special education students who were on a field trip to a Cracker Barrel restaurant in Maryland.
So the students' parents say their kids were refused service and discriminated against. Sharon Roche has been digging into this story for us. She joins us now from Waldorf with more.
Jim, Angie, these are elementary school students, many with autism, disabilities, certainly not the kind of field trip experience they imagined when they came here earlier this month. Now, Cracker Barrel has launched an internal investigation, and they tell me tonight they are taking action.
It's sad. I know me and her mother cried talking about this together. I mean, it's been very heartbreaking, to say the very least.
Dustin Reed is a father of 3 from Waldorf, Maryland. The incident he's referring to reportedly happened December 3rd at this nearby Cracker Barrel restaurant off Robert S. Crane Highway. His 5-year-old daughter, who has autism and is nonverbal, was one of 11 students and 7 staff members on a field trip for special needs kids.
The teachers told us that they're just rude, just coming into the establishment. They told them that they would not be accommodating this type of group.
In a letter sent home to parents, Charles County Public School Superintendent Maria Navarro said she was disheartened to learn that the students and staff were refused service and told to no longer include the restaurant on its community-based instruction list. The kids having to wait more than an hour for takeout because the restaurant staff allegedly wouldn't seat them.
I took about 3 hours to calm down from just rage. Like, how can someone do this to children, yet alone children with disabilities?
Cracker Barrel has since apologized and dismissed 3 employees, including the general manager of this location. A company spokesperson also tells me this: "We did not refuse service to this student group, but operational breakdowns caused by staffing shortages and poor communication on our part led us to fall short of our service standards that day. This is unacceptable." On Monday, senior Cracker Barrel executives met with leadership and teachers from the school, along with parents, to address concerns.
It was a complete nightmare. They took no accountability for anything.
Reed says, as a father, this incident represents a bigger problem and plans to continue fighting for his daughter's future. Now, Reed has put together a protest that will be happening here on Sunday at 1 p.m. in front of this Waldorf location. Cracker Barrel says that they have zero tolerance for discrimination. Again, they have launched that internal investigation, and moving forward, they tell me, employees here will be getting extra training.
We get to some breaking news right now. The Prince George's Community College police chief is under arrest tonight, charged with DUI. Fairfax County police say Derek Myers had a blood alcohol content level of nearly 0.3 when he lost control of his vehicle and crashed into another car. And keep in mind, the usual limit is 0.08. This all happened Friday night in Fair Lakes. The driver of the other car was taken to the hospital with what's being called life-threatening injuries. Myers is being held without bond.
Tonight, a D.C. woman blasting one of the nation's top package delivery companies, UPS, after she says 2 of its drivers stole her wallet from her driveway. And now one of those workers has been fired. It is a story you will only see on Fox 5. Our Bob Barnard live tonight in Northeast with those details. Bob?
Hey there, Marina. Once again, a person in a position of trust is caught on camera behaving badly.
You've seen the videos of delivery drivers doing the right thing. In this one, a FedEx employee fighting off a porch pirate, trying to steal a package he's delivering. And then there are the ones who go the other way. This FedEx employee got fired for throwing a box onto a customer's front step. And now there's this video of 2 UPS employees apparently stealing a customer's wallet from her driveway here in Northeast D.C. This was on Wednesday of this week.
I have a cousin who's a driver. I have a friend who worked at a corporate office, right? So I know how hard they work. I respect them. I try to, be kind to them and to have this happen, it was unnecessary. It was truly unnecessary and just wrong.
Kelly Adams says her ordeal started during that crazy rainstorm Wednesday when she got home from a luncheon and dropped her wallet onto her driveway while getting out of her Lyft. That was captured in this video clip.
Got rained on, so I ran upstairs to change shirts really quickly. I see the UPS drivers. I'm literally looking for the wallet because I would like to tip them.
This next video shows the seasonal worker picking up the wallet and taking it with them. Kelly says it wasn't until she checked her Ring videos that she saw what happened.
I was right there thanking them for what they did. And again, looking for my wallet so I could give them a tip, a Christmas tip.
Kelly says she learned from UPS today that one of the employees dropped the wallet off at the Bladensburg post office, not in an envelope with her address on it, just the wallet itself. So she went and collected it this morning.
My money's gone, so over $2,000 is gone. And gift cards are gone. I think they tried to use a card because it's like chewed up or something in a weird way.
UPS sent us a statement this afternoon, and it reads in part, the temporary seasonal hire has been terminated. This incident does not reflect our values. We have no tolerance for theft. UPS employees are trained to perform their jobs with integrity and professionalism. Kelly says that's not good enough. She's asked police to press charges against both the helper and the driver, who she says knew what was happening.
I'm sorry. You made a bad choice, and now there's consequences to those actions. And I just hope, as a district, we start to actually prosecute people as opposed to just let them walk around doing bad things and continuing to do bad things. It's terrible.
And again, Kelly says the UPS employees had an easy out. She was standing right there. They could have handed her wallet, and they chose to go the other way. Guys.
Today, a Virginia man on trial accused of supporting foreign terrorist organization ISIS by sending cryptocurrency overseas. Fox 5's chief legal correspondent Katie Barlow in court today with the latest. Hey, Katie.
Hey, guys. Well, today wasn't your average day. in a courtroom. And that's because much of the public gallery was actually hidden behind a long and tall gray wall blocking the court action from public view. And that is because an undercover FBI agent was on the stand for much of the day talking through his communications over the years with Mohammed Chipa. He's the defendant here. So prosecutors say that Chipa sent tens of thousands of dollars to Turkey, earmarked for the Islamic State, all through cryptocurrency. Government officials have long been concerned about terrorist organizations fundraising through crypto and digital assets. While President Biden has been suspicious of crypto, President-elect Donald Trump has promised to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. Some are concerned that loosened regulations could enable terrorism financing, but one expert says it's actually a tool for law enforcement.
Over the last few years, we've seen illicit actors, terrorist financiers, and others look to cryptocurrency because it lives and moves outside the traditional financial system. You can send larger amounts of money faster than ever before. But what's missing in that conversation is also the fact that law enforcement and investigators globally can track and trace the flow of funds on blockchains.
Meantime, Chipa's lawyers say the government set him up and took advantage of a lonely, sad man. Today, an undercover FBI agent testified about his communications with Chipa and about using crypto to send money overseas to support ISIS. Prosecutors also showed the jury a message exchange between Chipa and the undercover agent about suicide bombs. The FBI first raided Chipa's Fairfax home back in 2019, uncovering materials on how to build an explosive device. And guys, we're out here at the federal court in Alexandria today. Court wrapped a little bit early, but it's expected to last. This trial is expected to last about a week.
Loudoun County Public Schools admitting it dropped the ball after parents say several students were forced to pass around a stalk of cotton as part of a class demonstration on the cotton gin. And tonight, some students say they felt uncomfortable giving cotton's dark history. Tisha Lewis joins us live from Broadlands with more on what the heck was going on here. Tisha.
Well, we're here outside Loudoun County Public Schools headquarters. What I can tell you is that a parent contacted Fox 5 telling us that their child was in class when this demonstration took place. Several parents have contacted the NAACP chapter out here. We're told all of this went down inside a dual enrollment U.S. history course for juniors and seniors who received college credit for the course.
Students kind of laughed and joked about the matter, and that hurt the African-American students a great deal. They began to kind of text each other and kind of talk to each other, trying to, sort out what they had just experienced.
Cotton has a deep and dark history rooted in slavery. Slaves manned cotton fields and plantations. Loudoun County NAACP President Pastor Michelle Thomas, who you just heard from, says the incident in question took place at Riverside High School. She provided Fox 5 with this letter. She says she shared she says, with students in the class, not parents. The letter is reportedly from Riverside's principal, Doug Anderson, and he says administrators were made aware of a, quote, lesson and accompanying artifact that invoked uncomfortable feelings in some students. The principal goes on to say some students in the class may have used the situation to act in an insensitive manner. Anderson says the administration will discuss the incident with the students involved and their families. Thomas, meanwhile, points out this is not the first racially insensitive occurrence across the district and called this latest situation disgusting.
If there's a pattern, if there's a history, this sort of thing ought to be foreseeable because it's been, I don't want to say inevitable necessarily, but it is something that can happen given what you've seen in the past.
In a statement emailed to Fox 5, LCPS says the lesson was upsetting to some students. This is contrary to what we believe the teacher and LCPS strive to accomplish in our classrooms. It is the division's intention to achieve a safe and inclusive learning environment for all students. That is not what happened here, and we must and will do better. The NAACP telling Fox 5 that they are in touch with the school district, and they would like to see a policy develop concerning demonstrations in classrooms.
Dozen people charged tonight in D.C. after a man was found zip-tied at a Northwest home yesterday. One person slapped with kidnapping and drug charges. Fox 5's David Kaplan digging into the details tonight from the D.C. courthouse. And David, even the U.S. Marshals were involved in these arrests.
Yeah, Kenneth, and that's what makes this one a little bit different. The marshals were actually doing some normal work around 6:30 yesterday morning on the 4000 block of Kansas Avenue Northwest. They were looking for somebody who they wanted on a bench warrant. It was unrelated when they stumbled upon a man who was zip tied at the legs as well as the arms. And then that is when DC police sort of got involved here. Neighbors on that block tell Fox 5 off camera it was quite a scene as DC police responded to that block around 7 a.m. yesterday. Now, when police got to that home, they arrested 12 people inside. 1 of the 12 charged with kidnapping. 2 of the 12 charged with unlawful possession of a controlled substance. The other 9 of the 12 charged with unlawfully being in that home. Now, I have been listening all afternoon to the court hearings and the presentments today in the building behind me. I can tell you that one of the people charged with drug possession was held without bond for now, and one of the people charged with unlawful entry had her case no papered, meaning the government was not going to pursue that charge. Now, the suspect charged with the kidnapping and assault of this person is 33-year-old Devon Patterson. That's who police say is the person responsible for the kidnap and assault. He has not appeared in front of a judge at this time, but some paperwork did pop up on the docket indicating that on or about December 11th, he did kidnap this victim in this case. I have reached out to the attorney listed as representing Patterson. At this point, we have not gotten a response. But again, he has not appeared before the judge behind me quite yet.
David, quick question here. Do you know why police think this man was kidnapped?
Indications from police, Kenneth, are that this was some sort of extortion plot that ultimately police say was unsuccessful. But beyond that, we don't necessarily have many details. We are waiting for the full affidavit to be posted on the dockets. We'll be sure to stay ahead of this story and continue bringing you the very latest on fox5dc.com as well as on air. Kenneth.
We sure will. All right, David Kaplan live tonight. Thank you.